Bird nerds, how we doing today? We'll get you guys another video. Gonna give you a update on the canaries, bring you up to speed on what's going on there. I've got I'm to the point with my one pair of canaries where the babies are feathered and are starting to come out of the nest. So we're gonna clean that nest up and put a second nest in for the female to lay again, and kind of give you some pointers around that and what to do if you're wanting your females to start a second clutch. And then we've got our second pair. They've hatched out some chicks. My third pair, she's laid again. So we'll kind of give you guys the update on that. I'm trying to think if we've got any other big updates here in the bird room. I did just do a video here on my society finches. My societies are starting to lay eggs, and I'm excited about that. I do have a pair of trio society finches that they just hatched out two. They're either cutthroats or redhead amidamias. They're from the same family line, so the chicks look really similar. The only difference is the mouth markings inside are a little bit different. From the pictures that I've seen and just looking at these chicks' mouths, I think that they're the redhead amidamia chicks. I got two of them, I hope. Fingers crossed. But I probably won't know for sure until they start feathering up. And I'm not sure on the redheads. I need to do some more research if the males, because on the cutthroat babies, the males, they when their feathers grow in, they have the red on their throat. So you can tell right away males from females. But the redhead amidamias, I'm not sure if the males feather up and look like females and then they molt into their adult plumage, or if they start off right away with that adult feathering. So not sure there, but we'll give you guys a quick update here on the canaries. Just got them fed and bathed. Some good news also. Excited about this. I just checked my Rosie Bork's nest. My one female, she's sitting on eggs. And I've been really concerned about them not being fertile, just because, and you can see this cage down here. I haven't really seen the male interact with the two females that I have in there. And I have a trio in there, and I haven't seen hardly any interaction between the two, which has made me worried. And my female, she's been in there for a good little while. So I pulled the nest down today, and she laid 4 eggs. One of the 4, I could see veins in there. So obviously something happened, and we've got at least 1 egg that, as of right now, is fertile. The other 3, they looked fresh still, so I'm hoping maybe they were laid a little bit later and still have the potential for being fertile. We'll see, but that'll be huge because I have 4 females and 1 male. So fingers crossed that we can be able to hatch this chick out and maybe get some males going with some Borks. And then also down here, right there, in that bottom cage there, we've got our my scarlet crested parakeets, and my female's been starting to go in and out of that nest box and kind of getting a little grumpy towards. She's getting a little grumpy towards the parrot finches that I have in there, so I need to keep a close eye on that. If I need to pull the parrot finches out, I will for sure. But getting excited there, hoping that she'll lay some eggs here soon, and we can get some baby scarlets going. Those are really hard to come by right now, and are in high demand. There's a lot of people that have already asked me to put them on a waiting list for future babies that I have. So and I might try and extend my breeding program a little bit and maybe get another pair down the road. I'd love to really get the Borks going really good as well. They're in high demand currently, and just not many floating around in our parts. So unless you drive out to California or ship them in from Florida, things like that. So hopefully we'll get that going. That's some good news in the bird room. Okay, let you guys just take a peek. Say hi, Mikey. Want to say hi? Say hi. All right, let's get you guys going here on the canaries and get you some updates. Let's turn this puppy around. Okay, so this is the nest where I just was talking about the babies. They are all feathered up. So there's the one baby, and then there's the second one down there on the ground. Look how cute they are. And then mom's up there. Dad, he's over behind the. Oh no, he's in the second nest. So what we need to do. So I just put in a second nest today, and here's the pointer and tip. I'll give you a few here for when your babies are to this stage. So you can see how the nest is really dirty. Let the camera focus here. Focus. Your canary babies, when they poop, they back their butts up to the corner of the wire, and that's what they poop, so that down inside the nest it stays as clean as it possibly can. Problem is especially if you have more than 2 babies, when you have 3, 4 babies, that nest gets dirty really quick. And usually a general rule of thumb that I follow is when the chicks are about a week and a half old to 2 weeks, and they've got you know, their whole bodies are covered in pin feathers, and you know they've developed quite a bit. Usually what I'll do is about that time when the pin feathers are coming, the nest starts to get dirty really quick. So usually what I'll do is I'll pull the nest down and I'll clean it out, get all the poop off, clean it out, put a fresh pan liner in, and then put the chicks back in there. And usually at that time is when I'll band the chicks as well. So I haven't banded them. So what we'll do here, just show you real quick, I'm just gonna pull this nest down and we're gonna swap out the nest, the pan liner, scoop all the poop out. And the chicks, even though they're out of the nest, they probably won't go back into it. But we're at the stage now where I want to give my hen 2 options. She can either build her nest in here or build another nest in here to start her second clutch. And typically, I haven't done this because I have procrastinated and life's been busy. Really, what you should do is before the chicks are out of the nest, usually at about 2 weeks, your female will start to get broody again. And you can see down here, she's been ripping up the newspaper, which are all signs that she's ready to nest again. So what you do is you put in a second nest if you have the option to do this. Put in the second nest, and she will build a second nest while the chicks are still in here. And what will happen is the male, he will resume feeding the chicks, and the female will build a new nest and start laying eggs. And then so once she has laid her last egg, usually what I will do is I will divide off the cage, and I'll do the male with all the chicks on one side and then the female with the eggs on the other side. And the reason why I do that is so that the chicks don't try and jump back in the nest with the mom and disturb the eggs or crack them, you know, things like that. So it just helps to ensure proper incubation, and the mom's not stressed out by a bunch of little babies trying to crawl all over her to get back in the nest with her. So I'll usually separate them. So what I'm gonna do now, once we clean the nest, I'll leave their cage open, and then once the female builds her nest again and starts laying eggs, once that 4th egg is laid, I'm gonna separate her from the rest of the clan. And then once the chicks are weaned, I'll pull them out and put them in the aviary, and I'll take away the divider, and then the male will resume helping out with the male will resume helping out with the female and the eggs and stuff like that. So hopefully that will be good. So let's do that. Let me set this puppy down. I don't know if you guys can see it good or not. So you can just see it's just really dirty. Got poop all over in there. I still have the old 2 eggs. That's something I probably would recommend too, is once your chicks are, you know, about a week old, I would remove the remainder eggs that are unhatched. And they're not going to hatch, but then it just prevents the risk of the chicks breaking open the eggs, and then you get yolk all over, and it's kind of nasty. So what we're gonna do, let's just pull this puppy out here real quick. Okay, so I'm just gonna throw this. I got a big garbage can over here. We're gonna take all this stuff out. Okay, give it a good little brush off, make sure everything's clean. So we've got the cage. So these nest pan covers, I love these. They're nice and soft, but they're durable. So you can see it's still dirty. So what I do is I'll take this and I'll just go into my sink and give it a good wash and rinse. Make sure everything's washed out. And then I'll hang it up to dry, and then it's ready to use for another time. But I do have some extras on hand. So usually I'll swap them out so that they get a nice, fresh, clean pan. And these are nice. You can see they're cut there. They just slide down in, just like that. Fit nice and easy in there. So now we've got their cages ready, or their nest. And it's really not so much for the chicks anymore, right? It's more for the mom to choose if she wants to build her nest in here or not. Can you guys listen to this? Come on. Oh, they're stopped begging. Those were my cutthroat chicks, or redhead Amadamias. They were begging for food. Okay, so now that they're good, I've got some new fresh nesting material in here. Probably in the next day or two, the mom will choose a nest that she wants to build, and she will start going to town. So we're good there. Moving on to my next pair, we've got our mosaics, but the male is old. The eggs that the female laid were clear, so I took her eggs and put them up here, and they hatched out 3 cute little chicks. Look at those guys. Oh yeah, mom and dad are still feeding them. I just gave them some egg food, so they're really mad at me because I keep bugging them and aren't letting them feed the chicks. So excited for that. So those chicks will be red factors, so they'll look similar to these guys here. So mom's doing a great job keeping them fed. Dad's doing a great job feeding mom. So, and then our last pair here, we've got our red factors, our red factor pair. She's such a beautiful hen. I just love that soft orange. I'm a really big fan of it. She just laid her 3rd egg today. And she only laid 3 eggs the last time, so she may be done. But hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't have to move eggs around anymore, and she can just sit on them and hatch these puppies out and raise them like a good mom. And I'm excited to see what all of these chicks will turn out to be. And my hope is, because if you guys remember, this pair, the reason why they have red factor chicks, which are from her very first clutch that she had laid, is my hen. She built a really nice elaborate nest and then never laid any eggs. So I'm not sure what the deal was there. So I'm hoping that now that they've raised around, a clutch of chicks, maybe it will stimulate her to lay more eggs once she builds her nest. So we'll see. Not sure what's going to happen there, but hopefully we'll get some chicks from her and or some eggs from her, because I would really like to see what their chicks will look like. I think they're a beautiful bronze pair, and the male's got a nice little crest on top. So I would like to breed these guys and see what the outcome will be. So that is the update with our good old canaries. We do have my other canaries, my red factors, that are doing better. Remember, you guys, I had them in here for a while because they just didn't seem like they were up to par health-wise, and so I was able to get them in here. They're doing a lot better. And then I have a young female that's up here. She'll be she's molting out currently right now, but she'll be good to go next year for us. So excited about that, getting a little bit of some more new bloodlines, and you know, just trying to always keep a fresh mix of bloodlines here with the birds, and making sure that we're producing happy and healthy babies throughout. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, stay tuned. We've got a society video coming up with them breeding, and then also with them fostering their chicks. So really excited about that as well. Appreciate you guys. Let me know how your canaries are doing, or any other birds that you're breeding. I love to hear you guys' success stories and your progress, and you know, what you guys are doing to get your birdies to breed for you. So appreciate it. We'll see you next time, guys.